Hey guys, Richard here with eBike Reviews and Adventures. Well, I did it. I replaced the Lectric XPeak. So a lot of you know about the story of the Lectric XPeak here. We purchased it with our own money because we thought it was an awesome bike and we wanted to get our hands on it. My intention was to make it my everyday rider. Okay, I've got lots of e-bikes here on the channel, but I always pick one to be my everyday rider. That's the one that I go to when I'm doing larger group rides. I outfit it exactly the way I want it, sometimes put an extra battery on it, sort of thing. And that's the one I chose that I wanted to use for that purpose. And with the problems that took place, and it's just not going to work for my needs, so we had to send it back. So as soon as I made the decision that it was going back, I started shopping online and looking around again because I really needed to find something else. Now you know that I've been using the Mooncool MC3 for the last several months, and I've done this because of several reasons. I like the larger tires. I like that it is a dual battery, so it gave me plenty of juice to get down the road on my longer group rides. Didn't have any range anxiety, and it was just a good size overall for me. I really liked that it had a powerful motor. I really liked that it was a dual motor. That's what makes this one kind of special, is it's a dual motor bike. Although I didn't use the dual motor very often, when I wanted to or needed to, it sure was handy to have. So I like this a lot. It's a great bike. I used it for several months, but here on the channel, I get in a lot of bikes, right? And so I'm always kind of rotating out my personal go-to bike and always looking for something different. Now, because I don't always get the bike in here that I'm looking for, or something that I really want to use as my forever next 3 months type of bike, that's why I went out and I had purchased the XPeak, because it's a good bike and I really want to get my hands on it. But I went out looking again, and because I didn't have anything in the garage, I said I'm going to spend some money and find something else, and I did. I found something that is newer on the market. It's good in a lot of ways, and when I show it to you, you're going to say, hey, wait a minute, Richard, that is nothing like the XPeak. Well, you got to remember how I plan to use it, okay? I'm not mountain biking. I'm not going down the side of a mountain, so I don't need a $400 front fork, okay? And that was the biggest thing that just kind of separates the two. I'm just not going to be using it in that way. I need a bike that I can still do some trail riding, that I can get off-road, easy trail riding, but mostly use on the hard surface as I'm out cruising around. And something that has a big battery, and something that has some of the goodies that I was kind of looking for. So this is what I found. I introduce you to the Hemiway Zebra D5 Pro. Now this is built on the Zebra platform, but this is a newer model for Hemiway. This is the D5 Pro version. They have the Zebra step through, they have an upgraded Zebra step through, and then they have the D5. And it's kind of hard to find on the website because it's not listed as D5 Pro. You actually have to go and you have to click on the Hemiway Zebra, and then scroll and look for the option and package for the D5 Pro upgrade, or the D5 Pro, and then you find this monster right here. This is an amazing looking bike. I'm excited to have it. Again, purchased this one with my own money because it met all my criteria, mostly all my criteria that I was looking for in a brand new e-bike. But let's take a closer look at this thing right here. I mean, it's a nice bike. Got the giant headlight up front. It got the 26x4, very aggressive knobby tires there. Very nice Kenda tires. Of course, it's got the hydraulic disc brakes, 180 millimeter. It is got adjustable forks up here. I have seen adjustable forks that were a little bit better, so maybe that could have been done a little bit differently, but they're still, because there's no lockout over here, or excuse me, there is the lockout, but there's no fine tune. Yeah, maybe it is a fine tune adjustment. Yeah, I just didn't look at the knob carefully. It is fine tuned, so maybe it'll be fine. But yeah, just take a look at the front end here. Yeah, I don't even have the keys off. I'll get to that in a minute. So hydraulic brakes, nice button pad, thumb shifter right now. Thumb throttle. So I'll probably change that out to the half twist. Guys, check this out. It's a 9-speed. Yeah, it's a 9-speed finger shifter, which I'm really excited about. 20 amp hour battery packed down there in the down tube. And we'll get back there in just a moment. Moving back here, you can see what the back end looks like. Got a nice rack back here, tail light, everything lined up there. It's missing a motor. Yeah, I'm not able to ride this right now because it's missing a part. But it's not missing the motor That's because this is a mid-drive, and I'm really excited about that. Yeah, this will be my very first mid-drive, and I'm excited for it. It's a 500-watt motor, but it's a powerful 500-watt motor. If you know anything about mid-drive motors, you can go down in the wattage on mid-drive motors because they still perform and give you a lot of power like a larger 750 or even a 1,000-watt motor would give you. So yeah, mid-drive motor, 500-watt, delivers 130 Newton meters of torque. Not going to have any problem on the hills, so I'm excited about that too. I mean, this is just a good-looking bike in my opinion. They got a few other colors available out there. This gradient color is what I went with. It's it's like a gray, and then it turns into white back here. So I just think this is sharp. Hey, check out this saddle. Look at this monster saddle. First stock bike that I have found that had a monster saddle that is that wide, that long, and I tell you what, it's pretty comfortable. I don't know that I'm going to be changing this saddle out. My favorite saddle for most bikes that need to be swapped out is the Blue Wind saddle. You've seen that. I don't know if I'm going to need to swap this out yet or not. Now here's the kick in the pants. Yeah, it doesn't run. Yep, it was dead on arrival when I received it. And that kind of stinks. Well, that stinks a whole lot, is what it does for such a good looking bike. Yeah, so here's the deal. I received it, I jumped on it, I started the pedal, and I got right about just past the sidewalk, crosswalk. Yeah, right there. And I got an error code 28. It died. I shut it down, turned it back on again, started pedaling. Yeah, didn't get very far again, and it died again. So I came back, started searching, looking for error code 28. What does that mean? You know, what is going on with this bike? Couldn't find anything. Contacted customer support. They were saying, yeah, not sure what's going on here. I've never seen that code before. Don't have any information on it. So he said, we're going to have to contact the engineers at the factory to find out what's going on. Great. So over the course of a 4-day period there, I sent them pictures and emails and photos and videos, and they were going back and forth, and then they finally figured out what the problem was. Yeah, it's not that it's broke. So let's clarify that right now. It's not broke. No. Nope. This bike so far seems to be working. Everything seems to be working on it. It's just that it's missing a critical part that makes it go when you press the go button. Yeah, let me show you what that is. I didn't tell you, torque sensor, only it's not back there. It's torque sensor's up here. This torque sensor is right over there on the other side. And when you have a torque sensor that's on the frame like this on the other side, it still requires a magnet that's going around and around, kind of like you would normally have inside your crank for those cadence sensors and torque sensors. So what happens is you need a magnet that's attached to your spoke somewhere, right? And then as the wheel turns and it passes the sensor, that's what tells the motor, hey, we're still moving, and it gives you power. Well, I don't have that magnet anywhere on my spokes. Yeah, they failed to provide one. So yeah, that kind of stinks. So I reached out, or once they determined that, they said, okay, we'll get you one on order. That was Thursday. He said, but it's the weekend here, so it's not going to go out until Monday, so it'll probably take you 7 to 10 days to get it. And I'm just like, what the crap, you know? Hey, check it out. I'm going to take you in here real quick, back into the garage. I think I can show you. I found one. Where's it at? Let's go over here on the table somewhere. Ouch. Over here. That's what it looks like. Oh, that one has a picture. I didn't notice that. So that's what it looks like. Something like that. See that little piece right there attached to the spoke? It's that little guy. Pretty simple. You just take that little screw out on the end and attach it to your spoke and tighten it down. Only problem is, apparently this one is too short, because when I installed it and tried it, it's still too far away from the sensor here, because that's a pretty good distance here between the spoke and the sensor. So I'm guessing they're going to send me one that's probably going to be a little bit longer, so it passes a little bit closer here. Yeah, bummer. I tried, because you know, Amazon, they deliver stuff like that usually next day, sometimes 2 days. I don't have to wait 7 to 10 days on Hemingway. But You know, I will say customer service so far was really good. Communication was pretty quick. There weren't any long delays. I sent an email, or actually I called them and we had good conversation and followed up with pictures and photos. And then the next day they gave me an update and they had to go to the factory. And then it was the day after that we got another update where the factory needed me to get a closer shot of the sensor and the wheel. And I was trying to figure out why would they want that, you know? And then, yeah, it was the next day we got the solution. So so far happy with the customer service, that's for sure. And guys, I'm tell you what, I think I'm going to be happy with this bike. I say think. There's one thing I noticed, and well, I can show you. I think. Let's see. Because I can make it go, it just goes only for a couple of seconds. It's noisy as heck. So to help me out here, maybe somebody here knows what's going on, but this thing is noisy as heck. Let's put it up in pass 1 so I can start it. And it's going to go zoom zoom for about a second here. See, as soon as you release the throttle, listen to that, man. That thing just screams. I mean, all bikes have a tick, right? All bikes have a little bit of a tick, and you know, where they're just free spinning. But that one is super noisy. So tell me if there's something I need to do, something I need to lube up, something I can do to change that, because that's going to be extremely annoying, especially when I'm out riding this thing trying to make some videos, right? Yeah. Bummer, bummer, bummer. What else can I tell you about this bike? You really can't say much about it because I didn't get very far. I rode it for about 15 seconds. That was it. You know, the 15 seconds that I rode it, this was pretty nice. You know, this mid-drive motor, it's a completely different riding experience. You could feel that the power is at your feet and you're not being pulled by a front motor or you're not being pushed by the rear motor. You can tell I mean, it was completely different. And I was like, wow, this is going to be so much fun to ride. And about that time, bloop, it shut off. Bummer, bummer, bummer. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I just want to introduce this to you, let you know the status of what's going on. I'll keep you updated on the Hemiway and this new D5 Pro, and let you know if there's, you know, I have any more problems with it. And as soon as I get that part, we'll be taking this guy out for a ride and hopefully doing some more videos for it. But we'll see. Hey, so anyway, that's going to be it for this one. So make sure you like, subscribe. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. And as always, ride responsibly, ride safe.